Okay, here we are. So, I decided to take on another Rags to Riches, which if you're not familiar, which you probably are, and you probably are. Rags to Riches means starting with absolutely zero money and achieving some goal, riches, notably. Though I've done it plenty of times, and a lot of people know the gameplay loop of Rags to Riches. Going and sleeping on park benches, taking showers in the gym, etc., until you can paint enough paintings to make yourself rich. However, I decided to challenge myself a little bit more this time and get my riches without leaving my property. And to do this, I actually didn't know how I would do this. I went into this pretty blind. And also, disclaimer, I'm not really a Sims 4 maxer, like a lot of Sims 4 people out there. So I decided my goal was going to be to get the Mansion Baron aspiration. It means on top of the three the three things I had to do first, I had to get the fourth one, the final one, the Mansion Baron, which is a home worth 350,000 and have 20 columns for some reason, but 20 columns I would have. Now let's talk about who exactly is achieving this goal. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Simon. Simon is romantic, he's erratic, and an art lover. And he's not evil. He's not. Look, I didn't so much create Simon as he was revealed to me, you know? And as Simon began to take shape, I knew that he, with his erratic trait, had to be a machine of finance, of goal acquisition. And if that meant employing other people, then so be it. And so, set free on our plot, I'd set off on the first goal with Simon, which was to find our first donor, friend, victim, whatever they were. You can see Simon experimenting a little bit with his phone here. I don't know my way around the phone entirely, so I thought that there may be something to help me out here. I saw the events thing, got a lot of great ideas. What if... well, I mean, I can kind of say that stuff for later, but with... ideas in tow, I saw our first guy, Travis Scott. We began the process. Simon dug. Simon delved deep. Simon loved it. Simon was getting to know him. Simon was sharing stories. Simon was sharing funny happenings. There was a little bit of a, we didn't know if it was a flirty thing. You see some negative moodlets there. Travis Scott became our first victim. I can easily say victim now. Look at him. Look at his terrible little face. I developed a hatred for Travis Scott, unlike most other hatreds. I don't know what it was, and to be completely frank with you, the playthrough was a while ago. However, the thing that just sticks with Simon and I is the hatred. Yeah, it's something about him. I don't know what it was. Just... God. Look at him. He's like a rat. It's like a mouse. Anyways, not that I hate mice. Anyways, we can put our Travis Scott hatred to the side for a second because, like him or hate him, love him or hate him, he was our ticket. On day one, baby, we got the move-in prompt. Now, again, like I said before, I'm not a Sims 4 maxer, and I had never done this before, but the thing that I noticed down there is I noticed that I could move every single bit of money from the BFF household to my household. And yeah, absolutely. I mean, why wouldn't I do that? The world opened up before me. All I had to do was befriend people. And once I became good enough friends with them, I could move every single bit of money that they had in their household to mine, regardless of their family's living situation. Absolutely. Why wouldn't I do that? Building montage. Lord. Okay, so here we are. Casa de la Simon E. Travis. You will see that I have made a little deal with the devil doing the painting, as I get the painterly calling. He's an art lover. Simon's an art lover. If I didn't do it myself, if I didn't escort him into it, he was going to do it on his own and be irresponsible with it, okay? This is the house. Check it out. So I will make procedural changes to this house fairly often, as I'm about to do right now. You'll see this room layout is essentially the blueprint for the rest of the playthrough. That what looks like a bomb shelter in the middle is my plan, my grand plan. Let me introduce you. First off, you'll notice that I've run out of money, so, I shrink a couple of the rooms that I don't need right now. In order to get a fridge, we have to make sacrifices like this in the Rags to Riches, and sacrifices we do make until we do not have to make them anymore. Okay, but back to the blueprint here. So that room in the middle, I've decided my plan, Simon and my plan, is to host parties. Boom. He, erratic, romantic, he's a people person. We want to host parties, and we want to host them right there in that little room. That is my, what's it called, a breezeway, an echo chamber, an airlock. That's the word I'm looking for, I think, an airlock. So people would be invited there. Let me draw this out for you. Okay, so really, really fast. So we have the house, we have the, the little off rooms or whatever. I'm going to erase these parts because here's our little doors. Okay, so you see? Okay, so we are going to get friends. Friends shown here, or just people. Just like we're going to, get groups. They're going to walk in through the front door and walk into the airlock where the party is happening, right? And this becomes arguably the most important part. We close the doors and we make sure that the people in the party stay in the party. Okay, and then we get people like our good buddy Travis. This is what the little side rooms are for, to watch. Okay, and the airlock is designed so that Simon can be in the room, mingle with the people, and then walk out if need be. And then we make friends with several of the people inside, like this guy here. And then Simon, I can't grab him anymore, but Simon, once we make good friends with him, then he will be able to, I don't know how to work paint. Let me do this one. Oh, this is really thin. Okay. Thicker. Okay. Then we get, this guy can be able to walk around and join us on the outside, become a part of the crib, the family, and his dollars, well, simoleons, will also be able to join the crib, the family, and benefit the entire household. You see, it's all fallen into place. And now that you've gotten a look behind the curtain, you know what the process is. We are going to go for a ranch gathering, because the one DLC I have is the horse DLC, the western one. We are going to have a ranch gathering, a hoedown showdown, and we are going to invite the richest looking people that we know. This guy, Dennis Kim, he's in a suit. Invite him. Keep going. The Landgraab family. I mean, everybody knows it's Landgraab. We invite Jeffrey Landgraab, the patriarch. We keep going. Okay, just those two people, I guess. I had to figure it out. It was my first time doing it, but I did figure it out, and we invited more people. Jay Huntington, this guy looks rich. Invite him. Who wears an over-the-shoulder sweater like that? And with 8 people invited, I finalized it, and it just immediately started. Didn't expect that. Okay, so there were all these things that I had to get done. I had to make guests happy, I had to meet guests, I had to eat grilled food, I had to have guests hang out around a fire pit. And if I did enough of these things, I would get a money bonus, apparently, which is the thing I needed. So I immediately started scaling down my house in order to be able to buy a fire pit or music or anything that I would need to entertain guests. And so slowly, all of the people, all of the guests, the victims began to show up, except for stupid little Travis, who I guess was a guest, was hanging out with them outside. He was stopping me from getting them inside. If I could have reprimanded him, I would have. However, Travis aside, I got them inside. And, moment of truth. Door has been locked. The package has been secured. So, with the people inside, all that was left to do was to fulfill the party's needs. Also, Dennis Kim just found his way in. You saw me lock the door. I don't know how he did that. It would ruin him, though. Simon did his first hot dog cooking, his first guest entertaining. This was a big moment for him. And God, they were loud, weren't they? He bought his first radio, and he did a little Western boogie to it. He bought a campfire to fulfill one of the party's needs, and after saving, he cautiously placed it inside. Things were beginning to come together at this old party, and to commemorate the moment, Simon decided to take a little picture, his first party. A very important moment for him. And so, on the eve of day 1, Simon was triumphant. He went to sleep. He was happy. He had 4 walls around him. He had a house full of people, guests. He had a little bit of money under him, and his forever party had just begun. He's awake again. That's right, I can't really keep him asleep because of the erratic thing. So here he is, sat around a fire, entertaining his guests. Next mark here, Jeffrey Landgraab. But first, no, this is not an ad break. A little bit about the Landgraab family, if you're not familiar. So the Landgraabs are it's probably with the 2 A's, it's probably pronounced Landgraab, but come on, they're grabbing land. They've been in the Sims since Sims. They've, when I was a kid, anyways. We go to the members. The first person it's not Jeffrey, it's Gregory, who looks dead. Where is Jeffrey? Where is Jeffrey Landgraab? There he is. Okay, Jeffrey Landgraab. Jeffrey Landgraab is the patriarch of the Landgraab family. He is a lead detective. He has a successful lineage thing, and he has the Landgraabs have a giant house, which is to say they have a lot of money. And my strategy here, besides going after the people that seem like they have the most money, is the people that impress Simon the most get to leave the forever party. And I had my mark on 2 people so far. Number 1, I mean, look at the guy go. And number 2, for sheer determination, the first person to really commit to the forever party, Dennis Kim. First person to really understand the lack of toilets in the situation, and I can appreciate that. That's commitment. And there may be a little bit of bias because they were the 2 that I initially wanted to invite because they look like they have the most monetary value attached to them. However, they still impressed me regardless. And so as the party grew on, I kept talking to the Landgraab man. I wanted to become closer, and closer we became. And look at this view of the forever party from the neighbor's house. What an eerie sight. A semi-naked man pops up and constructs this in a day. So anyways, on day 2, we talked to the Landgraab man enough that little Jeffrey, big Jeffrey, became part of our household. Hooray! And with it, baby, look at this. Yeah! Up huge, unprecedented, until... God! I didn't transfer the fucking money, and on top of that, I went and saved it like an idiot because I thought that I was so smart. I was like, I'm gonna save, I'm gonna secure this. I don't have the money. I don't have the money. So I looked it up, and it turns out that I can switch people back and forth from households and move funds around without having to reload my past save. Ugh. Okay, with that out of the way, we can now safely accept the fact that we have a small fortune at our fingertips. What does that say? $86,000. And with that, I decided to expand a little bit here and there, but I thought, why not begin on the mansion? After all, Simon is a mansion baron. So after saving, I decided to tear things down and start anew with the same blueprint. You can see here, obviously I'm not stopping the forever party just to expand the house. However, you can see that I tried to move the forever party, and I couldn't move them with the people, so I had to build around the people. And with that, everybody, as the building montage begins, I decided to go for, well, I'll save the theme for next time. I'm going to split this up into a little offshoot from the video here. I'm going to split this up into different parts because I don't have the wherewithal and the editing capability of, editing these big, long videos. Obviously, I'm a little bit newer to it. So I'm going to cut these up into shorter parts. Hopefully, you'll excuse me for it. And next time I come around, it'll be part 2 of this video, which will hopefully not be too far away. So please let me know what you guys think. Please give me any tips. I'm brand new to it. I'm just trying to get better at it. So yeah, thank you guys. Bye.